6 potential Emmerdale hostages in Cain's barn from Joe Tate to Al Chapman. Emmerdale viewers have been left confused by a scene at the end of a recent episode which saw Cain Dingle and brother Caleb Milligan leave a boarded-up cottage in the middle of nowhere, with someone clearly trapped inside. It soon became clear that they knew exactly who it was, and the fact that it was Caleb who had been boarding up the windows suggested that they had been the ones to lock said person in. But who is it trapped inside? Cain Dingle has been known to get involved in some serious dodgy dealings, and recent storylines have proved that his brother is no different. With this pair, it could literally be anyone. However, we think we've managed to narrow it down to just 7 potential hostages, with each one sure to shock you. 1. Jamie Tate. We know that Jamie Tate is currently out there somewhere on the run, having previously tried to kill Kim Tate and pushed mother-in-law Hazel down the stairs. But could he have finally been caught by Cain and Caleb, and awaiting his fate in the barn? One thing that both Caleb and Jamie have in common is that they have both tried to fleece Kim, something which is never a good idea. Could Caleb be set to try and take her down again, this time enlisting the help of Jamie? It has previously been revealed that Emmerdale bosses have wanted to bring back Jamie, so could this be the perfect time? Actor Alexander Lincoln revealed that he and the Emmerdale bosses have discussed the possibility of his return, saying, "It's a conversation that I've had quite a few times. At the moment I'm quite enjoying this vibe and writing, so we'll see what happens in the future," the star continued in a chat with The Sun. Has Alexander decided that now is the right time to bring Jamie Tate back? 2. Joe Tate. We know that Caleb has a vendetta against the Tates, and brother Cain isn't exactly a huge fan of Joe, who dated daughter Debbie for a while. His dislike of him was so strong that he actually ended up punching him, causing Joe to fall and hit his head on a rock. Cain was certain that he had killed Joe, and the revelation of this to Debbie destroyed the father and daughter's relationship. It was later revealed that Joe hadn't actually died at all, but had been relocated to Monte Carlo by Graham Foster. Does Cain want revenge for being left to believe he was a murderer for so long? 3. Al Chapman. If the previous 2 characters can fake their deaths, then what's to say that Al Chapman hasn't done the same? Al was shot by Kyle Winchester after he stumbled across an altercation between Cain and Al, over Al's affair with sister Chaz. Cain was quick to take the blame for son Kyle's actions, but soon the truth was revealed when Caleb encouraged Kyle to tell the truth. Thankfully for the youngster, Al's death was later ruled an accident and the case against him was dropped. But could Al have actually faked his own death, leading Cain and Caleb wanting to seek revenge for what he had put their family through over the last year? 4. Graham Foster. Another presumed to be dead character is Graham, whose connection to the Tates would surely put him in the firing line for Caleb. On top of that, he was the one to help Joe Tate fake his death by getting him out of the country, meaning that Cain would surely have a vendetta against him. Unfortunately, we did actually see Graham's body, and he certainly looked dead, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything in soap these days. Could Graham be back in the Dales? 5. Andy Sugden. Andy Sugden has been on the run since 2016 after escaping police custody. He had been framed for shooting Lawrence White by ex-sister-in-law Chrissy and arrested, but managed to escape before his plea hearing. With the help of brother Robert Sugden, Andy was able to flee the village and start a new life on the run. But what would bring him back now, and why would Cain and Caleb be holding him hostage? Well, Cain and Andy are linked through Sarah and Jack, Debbie and Andy's children. Andy was left devastated when Debbie left the village with his children in tow, leaving him unable to see them. Could he have come back to see Sarah? Has Cain caught wind of his plan and determined to keep him away from his granddaughter? Speaking to Metro.co.uk at the Cure Usher Ball, actor Kelvin revealed that he would never say never to going back to Emmerdale. Could he have been using those acting skills to throw us off the scent when he has in fact already returned? Corey Sanderson, Kyle Rowe, recently arrived in the village with an opportunity for Cain, but it soon became clear that he was involved with some not particularly pleasant people. 6. Namely, Harry. It soon became clear that Corey was doing dodgy jobs for the gangster, and Caleb was soon caught up in the mess. Harry was quick to have Caleb beaten up, which definitely did not go down well. Could Cain and Caleb have kidnapped Corey in a way to get back at Harry? And if they have, What sort of trouble have they
Xin
brought
chào
to
các
their
bạn đã quay trở
doors?
lại OK Soát Spoiler. Vừa rồi các bạn đã theo dõi một sản phẩm của chúng tôi, OK Soát Spoiler, một kênh tin tức chuyên cung cấp cho các bạn những thông tin mới nhất về những bộ phim xà phòng của Vương quốc Anh.